Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. Glad to have you guys here for yet again another weather update here. So, that storm system that we were watching before we really dive on into it, the one we were watching is actually really took off to be a pretty interesting storm, and actually could even host some thunderstorms on it, as latest models have been suggesting, but we'll get into that here in a moment. Anyways, let's go ahead and see who we have here in the chat for today. Let's go ahead and see who is hanging out with us tonight. We have Julia, we have Broccoli, we have Crystal Miller, we have Legacy, we have, let's see here, Catman, we have All the Music, we have ourselves, let's see here, Robin, we have Linda, got ourselves Rebecca, we have Thomas, let's see here, PayPal, we have Leon. What's up guys? Supernatural, hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here for yet again, like I said, another weather update here for y'all. So we are going to go ahead and just dive right on into it because we have a couple things we do need to discuss today. We're going to hop over here to the NAM 3K model for just a moment. So obviously, like I said, the current time here is pretty much 9 p.m. for the most part. So we're kind of, pushing around, nearly 9 o'clock p.m. For some reason, 9 p.m. is a little messed up on the models, you can tell. It's a little odd. But yeah, we have quite a nasty system on our hands here. I mean, for Canada, this is going to be a pretty decent snowstorm for you guys up there in southern Canada for the most part. And if you look closely, it actually looks like, obviously on that cold front there, it even looks like there could be some thunderstorm activity that could pop off there. So if you live out there in Michigan, obviously we were expecting a bit of rainfall with this system for you guys, but now it looks like this storm, or this system, I should say, is going to possibly turn into some storms. So Michigan, watch out there for that. Now, whenever it comes to the Storm Prediction Center and all that fun stuff, they still don't have any severe weather threat. It's not supposed to be anything, severe. However, tomorrow morning, they do have highlighted Michigan here for a thunderstorm risk, saying that a couple thunderstorms possible, but obviously, in terms of conditions and stuff like that, they're not supposed to be damaging. So that's good news. However, so I made a mistake. I don't know if you guys saw my community post this morning. I was talking about those winds up in Michigan. That was actually for tomorrow morning. I thought, for some reason, I put this morning, which, earlier today, but it's actually tomorrow morning, right around 10 o'clock. So we're going to be seeing some pretty gnarly winds out there. Let's see here. Yeah, we're on our main screen. We're going to go ahead and go back to our main. I was comparing models earlier. I was looking at the weather models, see what's going on. But let's go ahead and reset this navigation, and we're going to talk about, the wind speeds out there. Let's go ahead and switch over here to the HRRR, wherever you are at, my friend. There you are. So, HRRR, United States, and we're going to go up here towards the U.S. Corn Belt, getting a good view out there of Michigan, because, like I said, Michigan is going to be experiencing some pretty nasty winds here, for tomorrow. Here we go. So, this is in miles an hour, y'all. Let's see here. We're gonna load up the. Let's see. I think the latest run might work. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the 00 Zulu has a lot of frames open. Okay. Anyways, yeah, but look at this. According to the models, this is actually right around mostly between like 9 to 9 o'clock to 3 p.m. So 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for you guys. I guess this would be. Let's see here. This would be Central Time, or we're going off of Eastern Time here. So this would be here between 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I believe. That's how that works. So yeah, between 8 and 2 for you guys. But we're possibly seeing these winds getting pretty gnarly up there. I mean, we're talking the potential here of these winds up across Michigan getting up into the 40s and 50 mile an hour wind gust zone. So that's going to be pretty daggone windy. Obviously because we have this frontal passage, with the storm that is rolling through here. But that's going to make those conditions very, very, very windy. Not just across Michigan, but also, leading down into portions here of even western Ohio. Yeah, western Ohio. We have Indiana here as well as Illinois. We're talking, those winds right there between 30s and 40s. 40 mile an hour wind gusts. Once again, that's peak winds. That's what the winds could maximize at. But regardless, it is going to be pretty windy, especially out there in the Great Lakes there. So obviously to the marinist, for the people who's out in the water, try to avoid those areas here tomorrow morning. Try to stay at port if you could, because those winds are going to be very, very rough. And obviously, with the winds, with heavier winds, as you may or may not know, the winds is what increases, for the most part, the waves. So obviously with locally higher winds, there's going to be higher waves. So if you live out there across Michigan, obviously, pretty strong winds are expected basically between tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. But the winds, yeah, I mean, it'll probably still be windy for the majority of tomorrow, for the majority of tomorrow. But the heaviest is going to be here between, like I said, basically late morning into early afternoon. It's 40-mile-an-hour bad. Yeah, it definitely could, cause some minor inconveniences, with trees falling down and all that stuff. So, see here, Windy City. Oh, yeah. Yeah, even Chicago. Yeah, look at that. Even Chicago is possibly going to be getting those winds up in the 30s and 40s, 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. This is kind of showing right around 8 p.m. for you guys. So that is definitely a little gusty out there. Rice says, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, but that's what's going on there. I do want to do something. This is the first time I've done this here on this channel. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and add the loop here. So I can actually compare, I didn't even know this was a thing here until recently. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and find up that radar. Let's see, simulated radar. Here we go. So that's not simulated radar. Wait a minute. What is that? That's not simulated radar. Hold on. There we go. That should be it. Okay, perfect. Anyways, but yeah, so whenever it comes to it here, I mean, you could see both the panels at the same time. So you can see those winds really kick off there, right as the storms are, right as those, those thunderstorms are going to be rolling off. I mean, you can see right at that same time. This is right at basically 11 p.m. or say 11 a.m. for you guys tomorrow morning. For us Eastern time folks, this will be right around noon. But yeah, you can see those strong winds here are going to be getting up into, like I said, between the 30s and 40s, some areas near 50s being possible. So watch out there for that. And at the same time, like I said, we're going to be seeing, a bunch of that precipitation rolling through Michigan here. So like I said, Michigan's probably going to get some storms. There might be a little bit of lightning activity on it. Considering the models, they've been kind of showing an increase in thunderstorm activity with that system, with that cold front rolling through out of the system. So that right there, something we should look out there for. And also, while we're on the subject here, I do want to add up the, let's see here, the precipitation in terms of like how much we can expect here. Let's see here, total precipitation. There we go. So yeah, this is kind of an estimate from the, oh, I forgot to change the time to see this one. There we go. Maybe that'll work. All right, there we go. But anyways, but yeah, this is kind of an estimate here from the HRRR model overall, and you can see honestly we're not expecting a terrible amount. We're not expecting too much snow out there. Or sorry, too much rainfall out there. I mean, it's going to be, a nice little soaking event there for the most part. I mean, we're going to be seeing most of the country, or most of the state up here in the northern side, mostly between a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall, potentially. However, places up there towards, like the eastern side of the upper state could be breaking an inch. So the system could be bringing a little bit of, a little bit of precipitation out there for those regions overall. And it does look like even places like, so yeah, even places like Minnesota is going to be getting some rain out there across the central side, mostly just north of Minneapolis over the next little bit. So that is what's going on there. What's up, Cast? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. See, rain just hold up a little, but the flood is crazy, says Reichen. Where are you talking about? What, the flooding? I don't think there's any flooding going on right now, thankfully. At least not that I'm aware of. Let me go and double check on that one. Let's see here. Yeah, we got all that. Okay, are you talking about in the northwest? Yeah, it's been a little, a little bit wet out there. And yeah, there's been multiple rounds of precipitation that's been rolling its way across those areas, which has led to possibly some flooding. We have a couple of flash flood watches still in effect for those areas we were actually talking about yesterday. They're still there, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, a lot of the country is actually outside of the warnings, thankfully. So that's good. That's good anyways. But I do want to compare this, actually, guys. I do want to compare the, the rainfall amounts here. Because obviously, like I said, just taking one model is never a good idea. So let's go ahead and load in the ECMWF as well regarding both of the models. So we have the European model. The European model is on the right-hand side. This is the Euro. And then we have the GFS over on the left-hand side. So you can obviously tell there is a big difference between the models here. For the most part, the GFS model shows, obviously not that much precipitation, but, a lot less than compared to what the European model has to say. But for the most part, yeah, we're going to be seeing that rainfall potentially diving its way into portions, of like northern Ohio. But we'll have to see how that turns out. But it's not that much of a difference between those two models. But it's just obviously something good to compare here. But anyways, that's what's going on there. That is essentially what the models are talking about here. So we'll go ahead and move away from that. But yeah, so later on down in time, like I said, once again, this is going to be a problem regarding snowfall for places in southern Canada. Even the northeast down in time could have some impacts. Also, look at this. So the NAM model is suggesting maybe a little bit of ice and a bit of snow up there across portions of northern North Dakota into northern Minnesota. Portions possibly in Wisconsin. A little bit of a small winter system rolling through here. This is between 3 a.m. November 7th, so this will be 2 a.m. for you guys. So 2 a.m. here for day after tomorrow. And it should be rolling through here even into the 8th. So it's going to be kind of a days-long system, maybe a little bit of wintry weather, really, really, really skimming the country, the northern tops here. So, could bring a little bit of ice potentially. I mean, the model is showing a little bit of ice, but, ice concerns. Let me compare that, actually. I want to see, obviously it's good to compare these models. I'm glad I found this little function here because, this definitely really helps out here for the most part. Let's see, United States, we're going to do the, let's see here. We're just going to do the full U.S. here at this point. And we are going to look here at the precipitation type. I'm going to go and load that one. And then, yeah, there you go. You can see that on the... Oh, it's actually a part of the back side of the system, actually, the more I look at it. Yeah, look at that. So on the backhand side of that storm system, that's where that's going to be happening. But let's also add, like, let's add this model here, which is another model here overall showing it. So, you know what? We're going to have to redo this. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let's see, we got GFS. Let's see, we have United States here. And we're going to hop to, where are you, my friend? Where are you? Precipitation type, maybe? I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove those two. Now we can add, like, the GFS and stuff. Or that is the GFS. Now we can add, like, the European model and stuff. There we go. Okay. Took me a second, but we got it. But yeah, according to the models here, this is right around the 6th. This is kind of right around 3 o'clock or so. Once again, the European model is showing a bit more aggressiveness. Showing a bit of that, backhand snowfall happening out there towards, northern Minnesota potentially. Could be a thing. The system rolls through. But then we get another system that pops off here. And it looks like the latest trend, according to the GFS, might have a bit of that snow working its way towards the upper state of Michigan, maybe, here for the 8th, around 10 p.m. Could be possible. But then down in time, obviously whenever it comes to this next storm system here across the northeast, that'll be happening here basically between the 9th. This actually could be bringing a bit of frozen precipitation, as you can actually see here. Let's see, we're going to change this perspective, let's see here, to the northeast U.S. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to remove, let's see here, that is the GFS model. Okay, bear with me for a second. So now we're going to add the European model. Here we go. All right, perfect. So anyway, yeah, we work our way down in time between the two models here. So once again, the GFS model is on the left-hand side, and the ECMWF is on the right-hand side. So with that second system that rolls through here, that brings, possibly could be bringing some, freezing rain, some sleet, obviously some snow. It really seems like that's going to be kicking off here for the 9th. I mean, really look at that. So you can obviously tell which one's more higher resolution. Obviously, the GFS is very pixelated here. But yeah, but you can see between the two models, both the American GFS and the ECMWF, there's agreement on some ice. So that's a bit of support we've been seeing here for the last little bit. And actually, this we were watching this here for the last couple of days. This is that same system we were actually paying attention to for the last couple of days. And yes, both of the models do still support this system rolling through here. Once again, this is the GFS on the right or the left-hand side, and the ECMWF, the European model, on the right-hand side. And yeah, both the systems or both models do support this system. Possibly driving up some snow here. Which could be impactful. Now, we're going to talk accumulations here. Obviously, I still think it's a little bit too early for that, but let's go ahead and see what the models, at least see what they're, each one of them are talking about here. So, let's see here. We're going to take a look here at the, let's see, snowfall. We're going to add that. So, let's go and remove this one. So, we get the GFS, ignore that. And then we have the ECM WF. So once again, same thing. GFS on the left-hand side, the ECMWF European models on the right-hand side. So working our way down in time here. So this is the difference between that first snow system. It even shows, look at this. So this actually shows a bit of snow. Not really much. I mean, maybe, an inch at most. Showing, a little bit of snow here for that first system, the one that we're currently watching here. Places out there towards, upper, Vermont, upper New Hampshire, portions out there towards, Maine, could actually be seeing a bit of snowfall, out of that system there, out of that first little system. So look out there for that. And of course, we have that secondary system that rolls through here for the 9th, which, this system, honestly is not looking to bring too much snow, but it will be bringing the potential for snow a little bit further south. The European model has the snow line a little bit further south here than what the GFS has to have. So you can see that there is still a bit of differential between those models, in which, it's still something that needs to be worked out between those models there. But that is exactly what it is showing here as of right now. So obviously we got to be looking out there for that little snow system. But I think the main concern from what it looks to be, the main problem here, guys, is going to be the ice. Obviously ice is much more impactful, obviously, than overall snowfall and stuff like that. I don't think much of these models really support that. Let's see here, ECMWF. Let's see here. ECMWF here. Here, we're going to have to... Let's just go back to this view. But, yeah, no, the ice is going to be the main problem. You know what I can do? I am going to do this one instead. Let's see here. GFS. Yeah, let's see what these models have to suggest here for the Northeast. Yeah, we're going to start off with the GFS model. Let's see here. Winter weather, and we'll go down to freezing rain here. Here we go. So the GFS, the GFS model. Look at that. GFS actually shows a good amount of ice accumulation. We're talking over 1/4 of an inch, which would be very impactful. Let's see here. What's up, Proxy? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But like I said, it's definitely going to be pretty impactful here overall. Definitely something we need to be looking out there for. Because like I said, you definitely don't want to mess around with any ice. Ice is definitely a big problem. Let's see here. So we're going to hop over here to the GDPS model. This is a Canadian model regarding freezing rain. And the model here is actually still agreeing on some areas getting over, 1/4 of an inch, which is very impactful. A quarter of an inch of ice is definitely going to be a problem. But yeah, look at this model. This one goes absolute nuts. And this one actually shows maybe some areas up to literally a 1/2 inch of ice. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and go forward and say that that's going to be the expectancy, but I will tell you that there is a really solid chance that we could have some ice impacts here. I'm really thinking about making a video tomorrow morning in order to upload to you guys there, or tomorrow afternoon. We'll figure that out in a little bit. But yeah, we need to obviously prepare for this one. If you live out there across New York State, if you live out there towards Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, portions here of Connecticut, there could be a bit of freezing rain concerns, which should lead to overall a lot of ice overall. So that's what we need to look out there for. And like I said, with the snowfall and all that stuff, there's not going to be terribly too much snow with the system. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be too much snow, but it seems like it's going to be more of an ice storm, which is not very good. Let's see here. So everyone in the South will be happy, says Rain. Well, down south, like I said, we've been mentioning this here for the last couple of days. It's been very, very dry across a lot of the country. So we obviously have, we have this little chicken nugget of a storm rolling through here. Let's go ahead and put that back up there. So then we actually have that second system. Look at that. So we get another wave of precipitation, another wave of moisture working its way across the upper northwest here. Pretty much here for, this is basically for the 6th, which is really not far away. This is right there for the afternoon of the 6th, which, technically, which that's tomorrow, which it's pretty much, if you think about it, it's almost tomorrow. So, so later on, tomorrow afternoon, evening, we're going to see another round of moisture roll through. And that'll actually be that system that develops yet again another snowstorm. So, yeah, it's really southern Canada. That's got to really look out there for that. And, of course, we have ourselves, the northeast here overall, showing that line of freezing rain and, all of that problem, happening out there. So, but anyways, that's what we definitely need to, be looking out there for overall. But anyways, that's that. Let's see here for a moment. Had to make sure this was okay. Anyways, but yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at here. And it looks like we could actually be getting a little bit of rainfall for the South. Like I said, definitely the South does need all that rainfall here. For portions out there, near Texas and portions of the western southeast here, this could be good. Because, like I said, it's been very, very dry for the last several days, which is, a problem here. So, it looks like things could be changing, for the South, which could be pretty good. We're actually watching this here for the 9th. So this will be happening like the same day that ice storm is happening. So as we're getting ice up here in the Northeast, we're going to be getting some, rainfall down here in the South potentially. So that is, that's something to definitely look out there for. Really, really look out there for. So that'll be good. That'll break the drought, for for a short period of time for the most part. Anyways, let's see here. Proxy with a $40 super chat. Thank you so much, Proxy. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. Let's see here. My favorite family, Arctic Catman, Mark. Let's see, Crystal, Pilot Guy, November 6. Oh, thank you so much, Proxy. That's so sweet of you. Glad to have you here, Proxy. Once again, you did not have to do that. Please know, Proxy. I always say this. Please know you do not have to do that, okay? That is super sweet of you. Much appreciated. We love you, Proxy. We all do. And, just know it's much appreciated. Much love to you, Proxy. But like I said, if there's anything I can help you with, Proxy, if there's anything that you have questions with, please feel free to let me know, okay? But thank you once again, Proxy. Very, very sweet. Let's see here. Much love in the chat for sure. Let's see. So then we have the European model. This one didn't show the precipitation type. Yeah, the European model. Actually, I remember here. Let's go ahead and hop back to the full screen here for this one. Let's see. We got the ECMWF, which is the European model. Let's see here. So the European model here. Let's see. We're just gonna do the full country here. But yeah, whenever it comes to the precipitation and all that fun stuff. Let's see here. Here we go. Precipitation type and rate. Let's see here. Once again, Proxy, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a little late coming through, but anyways, yeah, so that's what we're looking at here. But yeah, look at this. So this is the European model showing here basically between the 9th and the 10th. A bit of rainfall happening out there towards the south. So if you live out there in Texas, that's kind of your next shot for precipitation. Same thing for Oklahoma potentially, Arkansas. So that'll be good. It'll get things going again here. Yeah, the GFS model has it sticking a little further east. Obviously not showing as much for Oklahoma. So that is still 3 days out at this point. 3 days out at this point. So there's still a lot of things that can change here between the models and all. But anyways, that is that is what the that's basically what the models are showing here with that system overall here. So, but once again, y'all, yeah, the main concerns here, guys, over the next little bit here is we have that threat there for really strong winds. Proxy, I don't know, this might even include you. You might get some pretty strong winds here. Let's go ahead and double check on those here. I always have a hard time finding the HRRR model. But yeah, no, it's going to be pretty windy out there tomorrow. Let's see here. Oh, that's wind. Let's do wind gusts here. Here, yeah, those are in knots. Let's go ahead and do wind gusts here. Let's see. So yeah, we need to do the wind gusts here wherever they are. There they are. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, even getting pretty hefty. It looks like even towards, you know, like southern Minnesota and stuff. Let's see here. Proxy! A member for 14 months, Category 4 Club. Holy cow. Proxy, you are so supportive. Thank you so much. Saying, I'm very proud supporter of the best weather channel on YouTube, Indo 6 Family Rocks. Proxy, thank you. That is so nice of you. Big shout out goes to you, Proxy. Everybody, please, once again, give Proxy a big thank you in the chat. That is super sweet of you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Proxy, from the bottom of my heart. You are an angel. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much for all the support. You are the best. You really are. But this is what I was talking about. Yeah, Proxy, it looks like, so obviously we were watching the system roll through here, and this is going to be really amplifying those winds out there. You know, we're talking out there by, you know, Illinois, we have Michigan, we have Indiana, we have Ohio. You know, we're definitely looking to be pretty windy out there. I mean, we're talking, you know, the wind gusts here getting up between 40 and 50 miles an hour, which that's a little hefty. That is definitely a little hefty. But then after towards, you know, where Proxy's at here, yeah, Proxy, it could be gusting tomorrow afternoon, right around 4 o'clock-ish, you know, right around 4 o'clock or so, I'd say where the heaviest is going to be. But it is going to be getting up into the mid-30s. The wind gusts here in the mid-30s. Definitely could be a, you know, something to look out there for. So it could get a little windy out there. Proxy, just heads up. Like I said, a lot of the people out there across the Ohio Valley. It seems like the heaviest winds is going to happen late morning, early afternoon. So basically here for the Central Time Zone. Most of these areas, I believe, are in Eastern Time. So most of you folks out there who are out in Michigan and stuff like that, I believe the eastern side of Michigan's in Eastern Time. I could be wrong on that, but because I used to live over here, and this was Eastern Time. Anyways, but yeah, no, probably here by you know, tomorrow morning, you know, late tomorrow morning, early afternoon, those winds are going to be getting up between 40 and 50. So it's going to be a little gusty out there. You know, could knock down some trees and all that fun stuff, which is not very fun. Let's see here. As long as that shout out isn't a shot of snow. Yeah, I don't think so, Proxy. I think you're good. Let's see here. I'll actually pull up the simulated radar here. Showing this is the radar for several hours in advance here. So this is showing it go through. You might get a bit of precipitation out there, Proxy. It's showing here for tomorrow, right around 2-3 o'clock, maybe. It's just an estimate. Remember, that's, you know, just one model here, but it has it rolling out here by the evening tomorrow. But yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's going to be any snow or anything like that for you. However, it does look like, you know, that we're going to be seeing a little bit of a winter system up there again towards Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, central northern Minnesota, potentially. Let's actually look at that here. We're going to work our way up here to the, let's see, not the northern plains, the northern plains here. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. That's actually really interesting. Yeah, the GF, or sorry, the HRRR has that secondary little snow clipper rolling through. A very thin line per se, rolling through here. When was the last time Chicago had snow on Halloween? I have no idea. I have no clue. But it even does show a little bit of ice pellets as well. You know, maybe some sleet, maybe some freezing rain could be possible. Yeah, freezing rain's kind of in that purple. This is more of sleet. More like rain, sleet, and snowfall for the most part. But that is, yeah, that's something to watch out for. And yeah, this will be popping off here starting really for the morning of the 7th. and really kicking out there for the evening of the 7th. So could bring a little bit of precipitation. Let's see if there's any other models. I definitely want to take a look at the other models here. So this is a model card, the RRFS. I don't think it's, let's see here. 18 Zulu. There we go. That's the one to look at. So the RRFS here. Oh, wow. Yeah, that model shows the exact same thing here. Look at that. So I'm seeing a bit of consistency, actually. Here, let's go ahead and 4-panel this one, or 2-panel this one. So we have that one, and we got the HRRR here. Yeah, look at that. Look how much they agree with each other, for the most part. So we got that first system. It could drive a little bit of snow, actually. Yeah, tomorrow, let's see. Actually, this is pretty soon. I'm not going to lie. This is actually tomorrow morning. Like, early tomorrow morning. You know, within, like, 6 or so hours. But, yeah, it does show a bit of snow rolling through there. Nothing much. Maybe just a little bit of, snow showers and, all of that fun stuff. But then... yeah, then it basically just turns into this big snow line essentially, which is definitely very, very interesting, very interesting. So we'll have to look out there for that too, as that could cause some impacts out there across the way. But anyways, my friends, but let's go ahead and work our way back over here to out there towards Michigan. Like I said, I'm mostly concerned here for like areas towards Michigan. Let's see here regarding tomorrow. Like I said, there's going to be a shot there for some thunderstorms out across the way. Let's see here. We're going to do, let's see here, Michigan, wherever you are. There we go, Michigan, Wisconsin. And we'll go ahead and do those regions there. Go ahead and bring up the wind gusts for 1. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the wind gusts for 1. And we'll go ahead and also add the, let's see here, simulated radar, wherever that's at. IR satellite. There you are. Okay. Took me a second, but I got it. Anyways, but yeah, so down in time, you can see, right around as we're getting all those strong winds out there, right as we're getting those winds between, like 30 and 40 and some up to 50 mile an hour wind gusts, right at that time here, we're going to be seeing a lot of thunderstorm activity popping off here too. Like I said, it's not forecasted to be anything, like severe thunderstorm related. However, some of those wind gusts could definitely get up to, near severe gusts, which could cause, like I said, some mild damages and stuff like that. Maybe some trees could come down, all that stuff. And like I even said, for the people out there on the Great Lakes out there, watch that. Definitely watch that one very, very closely, because out there in the Great Lakes here, there is going to be that shot there for, there is going to be that shot for some really heavy winds. I mean, we're talking like 50 to possibly even 60 mile per hour wind gusts out there, which, obviously with heavier winds, there's obviously heavier waves out there, which that would be a problem. That would actually be a problem here, in which, that's actually popping off here for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning right around like 8 o'clock a.m. or so. So that's something to look out there for. Let's see. Do I think that the wind gust could knock out power, Southeast Michigan? In some instances, yes. I don't know about Southeast Michigan. I would have to say probably not. It's more of like Central Michigan that's probably going to have some of those heavier gusts between 40 and 50. Those would be the most likely areas to experience that. Yeah, for the most part, those would be the heaviest areas to experience all that. And like I said, whenever it comes to the, the radar, to simulate the radar here, we're going to see those storms start to roll through here basically as early as like 6, 7, 8 a.m. And then roll through the country and kind of be out, or roll through the region, I should say, and kind of be out by, kind of mid-late afternoon almost, right around that time, kind of around like 5 o'clock or so. So that'll be good. So it shouldn't last terribly too long. Let's see here. How about it's supposed to get in Grand Rapids? Let's see here. So Grand Rapids, yeah, you all are right here. So it looks like Grand Rapids, you're going to be seeing those wind gusts definitely around 40 miles an hour. Yeah, in the 40s definitely could be possible. And like I said, your heaviest winds are going to be happening here basically for, late morning. Yeah, late morning, early afternoon. That's when you're going to experience your heaviest wind gusts tomorrow. So look out there for that. Let's see here. Okay. See you later, Mary. Thanks for joining. But yeah. But that is what the latest models are supporting here. So it's definitely going to get a little bit windy. And like I said, it's not just it's not just Michigan that's going to be seeing this here. It's actually a lot of the Ohio Valley. Yeah, look at this. So we're going to be seeing those winds really amplifying out there. Throughout portions here tomorrow afternoon for a lot of these areas, a lot of those regions. All the way down in like eastern, Illinois, possibly between 30 and 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Maybe 40s, maybe near 50 mile per hour wind gusts out there towards, Indiana, northwest Ohio, 30s, 40s, up there towards, Michigan. That's that. What are the tornado chances? Less than 2% chance. Yeah, we're not expecting any tornadoes out of those storms there. So that's good. We don't want any naders, that's for sure. Like I said, even on the SPC Outlook, the Storm Prediction Center, they have a, let's see here, a TSTM risk, which is a thunderstorm risk, telling us that we have really no threat for any severe weather. So that's good. Just telling us we have a couple thunderstorms possible. Same thing out west, too, because we're going to have that next round of moisture roll its way across the country. Yeah, look at this. So the next shot of moisture that we're going to be seeing here. So obviously we have that one rolling through there. So yeah, that's actually going to start to roll its way in here right now for the most part. Actually, yeah, we can see it right now in the satellite and radar view too. Look at that low pressure system right there. It's pretty obvious where it's at. That's that next system here. And, this is actually the system that's going to be bringing that ice potentially up to the northeast far down in time. So, obviously they're still a little ways away to track this, but it looks like the models have been very consistent as the system rolls through to the east here. It looks like, we are going to be seeing that shot. We are going to be seeing that shot there for, let's see here. Oh man, I ran out of water. We're going to be seeing that shot for ice mostly. Ice is going to be the main concern out there for the most part. Let's see here. Let's see, it's so windy in west central Indiana. What, right now? Let's see here. So we have, I can do, let's see here. Here we go. This, my friends, is current observations. We're going to go ahead and load those here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So, that's temperatures. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We don't want those. Those little wind barbs. So you said where? Where was this at? You said it was in central Indiana. It's going to be getting windier if that's what if you're talking about, windy here for tomorrow, then yeah. Right now, not too much. It's actually a bit windy out there right now towards, Iowa, it looks like. We're getting like 35 mile per hour wind gusts right now. Let's see here. I think I can also... Yeah, because we have that low pressure system right there rolling through. Yeah, there's the radar view. Yeah, you can actually start to see that snow, too, that's starting to happen. Remember we were looking at the models, and it showed that little bit of snow happening, like, tomorrow morning? It's actually starting to pop up there on the radar, too. And then, like I said, we have that second mass, that second low-pressure system. Big old trough, actually. Yeah, look at that. Big dip in the jet stream. Big low-pressure system rolling through, and this is driving a bunch of precipitation out there. Yet again, more precipitation for the Northwest. They have been absolutely bombarded with a lot of rainfall lately. It's actually really crazy how much rainfall they've experienced here. Let's see, the last we'll do the last 72 hours here. So the last 3 days, look at this. So this is the observed rainfall here. The last 3 days, we've seen rainfall over like 5 to 6 plus inches of rainfall. Nearly some areas over a half a foot of rainfall. It's really been those coastal areas out there by, Washington State, Oregon. And then rain actually really starts to pick back up here, observed across like, Idaho. It definitely picked up quite a bit there. See, that's going to sweep through. Yep, it will. But yeah, no, they're going to be seeing some more. The forecast also, look at this. So this is the expected rainfall for the next 2 days. We're adding on to it this amount. So we're talking, 2+ inches across those regions over the next 2 days. So the system's going to be bringing a bit of, bit of precipitation out there. So yeah, you can see. So this is the next, the amount of rainfall expected, throughout the next 2 days, and you can see how the south and the Central Plains is still very, very dry. There's really not a lot going on out here. It's very, very dry out there. And like I said, I'm thankful to say that change is possibly going to happen later on this week here. It'll be happening in these regions more than likely. So we're going to see some more precipitation start to pop up here for the 9th across like Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas maybe. So look out there for that. Let's see here. Pennsylvania this Wednesday was snowing. Really? Wow. I know a lot of you people are excited for the snow. But yeah, snow is not really fun to work in and all that fun stuff too, so. Let's see here. I wonder what that means for the eastern states. So what do you mean for the precipitation and all? It does show West Virginia getting a little bit, let's see here, a little bit of precipitation out there. Not a whole lot for the next two-day mark. I mean, we're talking like micro scale amounts. We're talking like a few tenths of an inch, which would do nothing, absolutely nothing. Let's see here. What's the projected total for the Northwest? So yeah, back over to that. So for the Northwest here, this is the expected rainfall for the next 2 days. So once again, the West Coast really getting battered there. I mean, we're talking like 1 to 3 inches in some areas of rainfall across those areas, which is pretty crazy. I don't think there's going to be any snowfall associated with this. I want to say it's mostly just going to be rainfall. There might be a bit of upper level snow. Let's see here. I think there might actually be. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong one. There we go. So yeah, with this trough going in here, it does show some upper level snowfall for those really, really, really high elevations there. Then let's see here, snowfall. Oh yeah, there's the expected snowfall. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell just how much snow, but we're talking over a foot across some of those really high points, which is honestly not surprising. Really not surprising. Let's see, ice related. Yeah, no, nothing ice related. So it's just gonna be upper level snowfall and upper level snowfall and a lot of rain, a lot of rain for the West. Let's see here. Let's see here. Crystal says, hit the like button and subscribe, share with friends. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. See here. Any snow for New Jersey? No. Nope. No snow for New Jersey anytime soon. Still a little early for y'all to be seeing some snow, but it'll come eventually. I think you guys are in store for a good winter, though. Up there in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic view. I think you guys got it made this year. I do. Classic El Niños, man. They really bring in some nasty. Systems. But anyways, let's go and hop back up here to the north. So like I said, here's that system we're talking about here, though, guys. Like I said, long line of storms here for tomorrow morning, and also at the same time, we're talking wind gusts between 50 and 60 miles an hour. So it's gonna be very, very windy. From the late morning, early afternoon hours for across Michigan. So look out there for that. Snow related, the United States is not going to experience much snow from the system here. However, we are going to be having, like I said, the storms out of there, but there will be another system that could be driving a bit more snow further south. I mean, first of all, we have this little guy rolling through. The NAM even shows that system too. HRRR, a lot of other models, so this is more than likely going to happen. But a bit of freezing rain potentially, a bit of snowfall out there towards, North Dakota. Portions out there towards northern Minnesota, possibly a little bit of a system rolling through there. Let's see here. Yeah, the icon even shows it. There you go, little system rolling through. But then later on down in time here, like I said, between the with that next system rolling through, obviously the precipitation that's rolling through right now. So that's that big jet we were talking about. So that's what's going on right here. So at the current time being, so we have this big trough here. This is that big dip in the jet stream. You can see a lot of that moisture rolling in across the upper states. upper northwest, I should say. And of course, with that in the future, all of that right there, that's all the moisture rolling through. That'll develop a low pressure system across the central plains, out there towards the Midwest too, and kick up some snowfall out there across southern southern Canada again, which they're going to be between the two storms here. They're going to be seeing a good amount of snowfall, across those areas here. I mean, literally just north of the upper state of Michigan. I mean, look at that, 2 big snowstorms rolling through back to back. So y'all are going to experience some snow out there, that's for sure. But then, you can see there for basically the 9th, we get a little bit of precipitation out there towards, the southern plains, as well as the northeast experiencing some freezing rain. Freezing rain and, ice overall. And remember, this is all the models, all the, the ECMWF, European model, and the GFS model really support this here. So... let's see here. It's upstate New York. Let's see. Getting new snow. So upstate New York possibly could. Also, you're kind of in that zone where we're going to be seeing a potential there for some ice. So look out there. Look out there across those regions there. Definitely something to look out for in those regions there. Let's see here. Let me look. Let's see. I have heard of AccuWeather and the Weather Channel are inaccurate. What's a good weather app to use? I don't really like using weather apps. I mean, me personally, I always forecast my own weather, so I really don't have to use weather apps. But back whenever I used to use them, they might have changed a lot now, but they were terrible. They were terrible. I mean, even like iPhone weather. I actually have a story about that. There was a time where my iPhone was telling me that it was currently snowing, and it was like 70 degrees out and perfectly sunny. Yeah, that was, and it was the right place too. I double checked; it was the right place. It was just, it was literally showing the temperature like 34, and then it get up to 72 or something like that. It was like a huge jump, which made no sense. That I really definitely. Really never cared for those. Let's see. Will Atlanta see snow this winter? Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, down south, the snow lines can be pushed, I think, further down south this year. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a little bit of snow down that way. How the hurricane season is over yet? So the hurricane season, Crystal, is pretty much mostly over, I believe. I think we experienced a lot of it. The Gulf, I was actually monitoring this here. Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico is actually starting to cool down quite a bit. Look at that. So the Gulf, like I said, we need those temperatures in the 26 degrees Celsius mark and higher to allow for, tropical activity to occur or sustainability. I mean, theoretically, like I said, the Gulf could still support some tropical systems. However, you can see out there by the coast it rapidly drops. So if a system was slowly working, hypothetically, if a system was slowly working its way, it would completely break down if it's going pretty slow by the time it reaches, which would be pretty good. But a lot of the Caribbean, though, could definitely still support some tropical activity. So, hurricane season doesn't end until late this month. This is the last month of hurricane season. So, but yeah, things are starting to cool down a bit, which I definitely believe the hurricane season is, mostly over. See here, snow in Louisiana. That's pushing it. That's pushing it, Kimberly, but it's possible. It's usually these conditions that we're in that brings a lot more snow further south during the winter months. So, we'll see. Is there going to be any storms in Texas, is Ricky? There is a system that we are watching for the 9th. I wouldn't say it's going to be anything crazy, but it could be bringing a bit of precipitation here between the two models, like the ECMWF and the European model. Good amount of precipitation could be possible. So a little bit of a storm system rolling through out there towards Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. So that's that. Let's see. Probably not Cast. No, I'm not gonna do zip codes tonight. they take a lot of time. See, like 2020, for instance, says Catman. What do you mean? 2020 was not really a good snow year. I don't remember. At least not for me. At least for the Mid-Atlantic, anyways. But yeah, no, it's typically yeah, because 2020 was heavy La Nina, which we're in a total opposite phase. I mean, I don't think we've been in El Nino since like 2019 or something like that. So, would those Texas storms be severe? Probably not, Ricky. Nope, probably not. The Storm Prediction Center. This is where they issue those severe risks. They have nothing on the agenda. Absolutely nothing. We got a marginal risk here today, though. Got a 2% tornado threat out there, actually. That popped up last minute. Yeah, 2% tornado threat out there. Yeah, I saw that earlier this morning. Let's see. I think it might just be rain. We'll have to see. We'll see rain. I mean, like I said, there's still a lot of things we got to get through. Let's see. I mean, we're still about yeah, stuff really starts kicking off here in like December. That's whenever snowstorms really start to become pretty common. And of course, you know, at that point, tropical systems are starting to become less common. Same thing with severe weather too. Yeah, it's been very, very quiet, severe weather related too. I mean, there's been like absolutely no. There's been like absolutely no severe weather recently. I mean, it's been like very, very quiet across a lot of the country. I mean, it's other than these guys, this big waves of precipitation across the Northwest. Let's see here. No chance for severe storms for Michigan tomorrow. No, but there will be the potential for some thunderstorms with very heavy wind gusts. I mean, because like I said, the models are actually showing those winds getting between 40 and 50 miles an hour, which it's a little hefty, just a little bit. Will I be doing a lot of coverage this winter? Yeah, you bet. I'll show a big westerly wind burst in the Pacific. Interesting, very interesting. But anyways, my friends, well, I think we're going to be heading off here pretty soon. You know, like so, we basically covered everything we needed to today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make like I said, I know I said this yesterday, but didn't have enough time to make a video today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a video. At least try to. I'll do another live stream, I think, tomorrow as well, to give you guys some live updates until that system. I might even, I don't know, I might do a little bit of coverage on that ice storm if it becomes more significant. If it becomes more significant than what it's forecasted to be, then at that point. Yeah, I think I might, but but anyways, yeah, we'll have to see. Do I think there'll be any snow for Texas this year? Possibly. Yeah, it's still a little early, Ricky, to tell, but you know, I think it's a good possibility. Let's see here. Hopefully, I don't have to use the snowblower because last winter was bad. Yeah, I hear you. Well, as you know, it's gonna be totally opposite. Just make the stream 15 minutes longer. I would, but I got some things I got to do. Let's see here. Schedule tomorrow room tour. No. Not tomorrow. We'll do that eventually. I'll work on it. I'll work on that eventually. But, alright, guys. Well, I was going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream, I think. Once again, special shout-out goes to Proxy for all the support. Proxy, if you're still here, once again, thank you so much. We love you. Greatly appreciated. And like I said, much love to you. And thank you everybody else for joining us. Thank you all for, you know, having or being such a good bunch of viewers. I really appreciate you guys, though. Seriously, thank you all for everything. You guys rock. I'm losing it. It's late for me. So time change messed me up. But anyways, all right, guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Stream's gonna head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So if there is anything that, like I said, if there's anything that you want to go ahead and say to your friends, family, anybody hanging out in the chat, go ahead and say your final goodbyes to them. And all right, let's see here. Racked Up Rob says, "Hey bud, how's it going? What's up, dude? Hope you're doing good. It's going pretty good here, other than you know, crazy weather." I say that kind of sarcastically. It's been pretty quiet lately. Let's see here. Thank you for your usual excellent stream. Go do your thing, Andrew. Thank you, Proxy. I appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for all your support. We love you, Prox. And all right, guys. Well, yeah, I think that's our new time for live streaming is right around 8:30, 8:30 Eastern, or sorry, 8:45. Yeah, 8:45 is when we went live. So I think that's our new time to go live here. But all right, well, guys, we'll do another live stream tomorrow, possibly a video as well, and we'll keep you guys all up to date. And all right, guys, well, y'all take care. We love y'all. Please be safe, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. All right, my friends. Peace out. See you then.